Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over a bunch of my different Raven concealment holsters. So, probably my favorite holster company is Raven Concealment, or except for duty holsters would be Safari Land. Got quite a few different ones. I think the only one I don't have is my Larry Vickers Glock 17 holster, which is in this color with the old Vickers emblem. The back is brown with these same snaps, and it looks like this one without the X300. So, the first one I ever got is this one. Correction, the first model. This is the second one I've ever got. Second one of these. This is the Roland Special holster. So the Roland Special is a Glock 19 with a Surefire X300, a KKM barrel and comp, an RMR, and the Freya Magwell, along with some slide serrations and other pieces. But that's what really kicked off the whole comp thing for carry guns, in my opinion. So this holster is super cool. They don't make this anymore. They haven't made it for years. The original one that I had broke. I carried it every day with my Gen 319 Roland Special. It had split right here, and it was about pointer thing again. It doesn't matter. To about right here. So I called them. It's like, hey, we don't make that holster anymore. Send that back to us, and we can send you a replacement holster. All right, that's fine. I just expected it to be something similar to this, but what I received instead was this, which is called the Perun P-E-R-U-N holster. And I was initially really disappointed because it doesn't look as cool as this holster, and it's not gray, and it doesn't say, I'm not sure which, Roland Special on it. But this turned out to be a fantastic holster. This is the same holster I've had. So I'll be carrying this holster seven years, 6 years, something like that. And it's a Glock 34 holster, X300, so it'll fit a 19 slide with a comp. Pretty good holster. The retention on this holster is good. 19X, empty, KKM barrel and comp. This is what I replaced my Gen 319 with, just because the grip is bigger on this and I have large hands. Locks in, gun doesn't fall out. It's a fairly thin profile. I don't know what this material is made out of. It's not Kydex like the other ones, but yeah, it's great. It forms to the body. It's kind of angled in on the back a little bit. It's kind of curved around your hip. Same thing with the Roland Special holster, but you can see the wings are a little wider. So I always thought this holster was skinnier, and it is, but really with the bolts here and here for attaching these, it's about the same width. But without these large pieces on the side, this fits in between my belt loops a lot better, almost perfectly. So yeah, I really like this holster. I was lucky enough to find 3 of these. Again, I don't know where I'm at in this camera, sorry guys. 3 of these on in a store on clearance. I bought all 3 of them. I have 2 still in the packaging that I haven't opened yet. And I opened this one and assembled it into the configuration that I used to carry it in. And this locks in really nice, really solid. And it looks cool as shit. It's a cool looking holster. Yeah, so there's those. That's kind of cool one I got. This is for a Glock 34 X300 with the ALG 6-second mount aim point model. I don't know if you can do it with an RMR or not. I think this is just set up for an aim point. It's pretty cool. It originally was black, I think, and then it was painted tan. This is the only one of these I've ever seen. Besides, or in person. I've seen a couple pictures years ago on the internet of these. I don't know how I even found this. I really have no idea. It must have been on the internet somewhere. Oh, maybe it was Cool Guy Gear on Facebook. That might have been where. Anyway, it's got a Safariland QLS on the back. And I don't know, it's got multiple different holes. I don't know if somebody did this themselves or this was a factory option. It looks like it was a factory option just from based off where the screws line up at inside. They're recessed and not in weird spots. One thing is this portion used to come down like this. That broke, which is right where your trigger is. It was weird that it was kind of like you could tell there was something along this broken portion, like neural, like somebody had smacked it multiple times or something, and it was kind of bending. I've since lost. I retained the piece, but I've since lost it. Or maybe somebody was trying to get rid of it. I don't know. Somebody tried to put it back on. I'm not sure. I contacted Raven Concealment again about getting replacement for this. They said they didn't make this holster anymore, and I don't remember if they said they would replace it with a different one or not, but I was not going to send this one in to get replaced with something new, because like I said, I've only ever seen one of these for real. So even though it's broken, it still functions. It's just the trigger's not covered, which is less than ideal. But you know, I don't really carry the gun that is on, and I have the holster for it, and so on and so forth. But that's cool. I have a new T1 coming for my ALG 6-second mount. It should be here tomorrow. Maybe I'll film a video on that, and this will be included in that. But yeah, it's not something that you really see that often, so that's kind of a cool holster. And the next ones I've kind of got here and there. These are the, ooh, I'm gonna shake everything. The Perrin holsters. This one's for Glock 19 with a TLR 7. Yeah, TLR 7. Same as configured. Same thing as this. This one's Glock 48 TLR7 sub. Good holsters, super tight fit on this TLR7. And I'm not sure if that's due to how, I don't even have that cranked down. This is how you adjust the tension on these holsters. Down is less and up is more. Except for on this one, down is more and up is less. So maybe I need to play with that. Great holster, conceals, they conceal well. Kind of a block. It's not super in the shape of a gun if your shirt lifts up, something like that. This one's for a Glock 43 with no light. You could also do a Glock 43X non-MOS in this, because this is not cut for the light rail that I'm aware. Yeah, it's not. This is for a Glock 43. You could also do 43X or 48, because it just goes over the trigger guard, but you could not use this with the light, and it just clips on over the pants. There's also lanyard. Where is that? There's a system for threading a string through here to tie off, to just pull without this clip on. So you pull and the gun comes out with the holster trigger cover, and then when you pull far enough, this catches on the string and you pull the gun free of the holster. I'm not a super big fan of this. I don't really like inside the waistband carry anyway, but it works fine, and it stays on there well. It just seems a little chintzy to me, but it's made well. This is a Glock 19 TLR7 inside the waistband holster. Holster quality wise is fine. This one is a Kydex and not the same material as the P-Run, I don't believe. Yeah, that's a different. I'm just not a big fan of inside the waistband carry. Looks like this is reversible left or right-handed, but I honestly didn't use this enough to really know. And then this is just, what do they call this? They're an older generation of holster from them. Glock 17 X300. This one I believe is for X300A. I don't know if a B will fit in there or not. It says, but you can tell it's kind of cut for an A. These lines right here. Let me see if I can. Do I have an extra 300 in here? Yes, but it's an A. Found quite a few A's for a good deal. I'm not a huge fan of the A. The difference in the A and the B is the attachment system. The B is a thumb screw, and the A is a spring on with two tabs. I don't know. I can't find one. Anyway, this one's also older. It's not. A lot of these holsters are all cut for optics. These all are cut for optics. This one's not. I believe it would fit a 19 with an optic if I just trimmed this portion here. I think I found it'll fit a 17 with like RMR or something. Then going over to these are two different generations of magazine carrier. So this is the Larry Vickers one. Cool color, green, brown. The holster's is the same, but it's in my in one of my trucks. So the older style, this is for an M4 magazine. steel. That's not an aluminum magazine, that's a steel magazine. Huh. The tension screws down here. And then this is the newer generation of M4 magazine carrier. I think they have a third generation now. I don't even think I'm not sure if they make these ones or not anymore. Tension screws here. It's in the same location, but you can tell that this is cut and provides tension through a different method. Very similar in their construction, just minor differences. These look a lot like the, what is that Texas? Bravo Company system. Actually, I think I have, yeah. I'll just go over real quick. So these are the pistol ones. This is the older generation. This is cool. It's got a slant cut in it. It's designed for movement. So when you bend your leg up, it won't impact there. And then this is the newer model. It's the same kind of system as the other one with this clamp here. They both retain it. I don't have a Glock mag over here. A Glock magazine, perfect. So here's the Bravo Concealment one. You can see it's on the opposite side, but it's a very similar style. Raven, Bravo. This is for a 1911 magazine. And then this is one of the few new Bravo Concealment products that I found work worth a shit. This retains a 1911 magazine perfectly fine. I had a original, so it was this style of Kydex from Bravo Concealment, a FN45 Tactical X300 holster from them. The holster was great. It was very well made, retained the gun well, quality was good. Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was good in holster. Then decided to pick up a Glock 19 holster, Glock 17 holster from them in the newer configuration, which is closer to this, but not exactly the same. Piece of shit. Every single one of the new ones from Bravo Concealment that I've seen are just, they don't retain the gun. They crack. They don't retain the gun. You can turn the holster upside down with it tightened all the way down. Gun drops straight out. I have a buddy who carries one. His is the same way. I think the only reason he continues to carry it is because it has a stupid little Texas emblem in it, and he's from Texas. It's shit. This is good. This one works good. But every holster of the newer models from them I've seen just does not work. And I wouldn't carry one. They just don't retain the gun. They crack. No go. Anyway, back to the Raven Concealment stuff. You know what I was saying? They're great holsters. I've got at least one more from them. And I can't, I've tried a bunch of other different companies. There's other companies that make good holsters too. It's just this company has a lot of features that I like in them. Yeah, I think that I haven't tried any of their new stuff. They've got a whole new line of stuff. These are about the newest thing I've tried from, this is the newest thing I've tried from them. I didn't like it, but it's inside the waistband. Everything else, great holsters. As always, if you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section. I'll try and get to them as soon as I can. Thank you.